All right. If the thumbnail didn't get you, let's let's see what happens. So what we're gonna do, man? We're gonna kick this off a little quick here. Um, well, welcome to MJ's Fishing, guys. Um, it's Friday, and I'm starting just a little early. I'll wait for you guys to join. You know. Um, sorry, Frank, you're at work. Gonna miss you, buddy. Um, all right. So Sunny, Monster, I'll be waiting on you. You should be joining now. Um, kind of disappointed you're not already here, but all right, cool, Monst. Um, you'll get here. Um, so I'm oh, look at this. Look at these people just joining here. Hey, Kathy, what's going on? We got two people already doing better than Frank. You know what I'm saying? So, well, it's Friday, guys. Friday, and I am just I'm going to just talk a little bit about some fishing techniques. Um, so oh damn, went all the way down to one. So wow, well that went quick. That was I expected you guys to stick around a little bit longer than that. Oh, did Frank show up or something? Damn, one person watching. You poor bastard. You poor bastard. Oh yeah, thanks. You're still yeah. You might want to have a drink because apparently it's gonna be a rough night because everybody kind of left, just us. So all right. Well, thanks for tuning in, Kathy. Um, I guess there's 2 more minutes left, so I'm I'm hoping more people are gonna show. If not, this is gonna be awkward, very awkward. So all right. Well, how was your day, Kathy? So all right, yeah, that wasn't too bad, but I'm gonna sit here in a corner and cry in a minute if you're the only person that shows up. So, all right, well, oh, people are showing up. You poor souls. You poor souls. Hey, Jen, what's going on? Yes. Like, all right, three of you guys are here. So apparently, apparently, I'm not the only one. Um, I'm not the only one with no life on a Friday night. So I like it. Where is Sunny? All right. Well, it's 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock now. Oh, there's hey Kevin. How's it going, bro? Um, damn, three people. What happened to my light? That's like the angel effect. You know what I'm saying? So like this. Yeah, but it's just a lamp behind me. Um. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you, the ones that have tuned in. Um, there are a couple people that have texted me said they can't make it tonight, so um, I'm gonna go through a couple things. So first off, welcome to the very first broadcast of MJ Fishing. A couple announcements to make as far as me. What I'm gonna do is every tournament now that I fish, there will be an active GoPro and possibly a tablet going during the tournament on YouTube as far as live. You'll be able to tune in, check out the tournament. You get bored, be like, oh shit, this guy's not catching anything. Then you can just, tune out, come back a couple hours later. Maybe you've done something. What I'm going to try to do after that is I want to give you the eyes of what it's like to be on the tour. So basically, you'll be able to watch me from launch to weigh in. I'm gonna try to make sure the GoPro is good to go and fully charged, so you can watch the weigh in. Actually, get to see us leave the boat and go in, grab the bags, and then see the emotional distress that we go through um, at weigh in. Other than that, man, I just want to. I want the family and everyone to experience what it's like to fish. Hey, what's up, Jason? Hey, Big Nuts is here. I'll let you say hey to him later. He's he's not displaying anything right now. So, but anyway, as far as that goes, oh, look at there, Shelby man. All right. Well, damn, we got 5 people here. You guys, oh, appreciate it. So, let's get right into this, man. What I want to first do. True, true, true. So, I'm gonna first start off, and once again, like I said, I'm gonna push Martys this whole entire time. Um, so what I'm gonna do first, I'm gonna show you a custom bait that I got from Martys. This right here crankbait is money. If you look, the paint, we're losing paint. This thing has caught so many fish. And Marty does, I mean, just phenomenal work. If you guys haven't bought one of his baits, you should check them out. Um, this bait right here in particular has, if you've followed my post on social media, as far as Twitter goes, this crankbait has actually saved me in a couple of tournaments last year. Um, so that was kind of nice actually, because hell, I hadn't caught anything. Um, Next, what I want to talk about too is next gen. Next gen baits makes a soft plastic, and these little guys looks like a little fish, man, little fluke. Run these guys weedless. Oh man, stellar. Um, then we also have Derek. Derek makes these turbo buzzes. Now you'll notice the skirt's gone. Um, so what I do is I normally take the skirt off, and what I like to do is I'll rig a next gen on this. So you get that nice little action. You get the buzz bait running across the top. That's one of my favorite things to do. Another company, and we're going to talk about tonight, is going to be Mega Chomp. They're also a huge sponsor of mine. And then we're going to talk about Legendary Baits. Not sure if you guys know about them yet. They're a soft plastic company that also make quality baits. Oh, what's up, Hard Charger? And then last but not least, man, one of my staple baits. I'm a top water guy. If you don't follow me as much as possible, or you don't follow me at all, because you're a good fisherman and I'm not, is this Livingston Lures makes a spook. Now this spook is activated. Let's see if I can get it to do it without water. This thing will actually, it vibrates in the water and then the tail kind of lights up. I can't get it to do it. Trying. All right. Well, anyway, this is a spook. Once the post spawn hits, you guys up north, you don't even know what I'm talking about right now when I'm saying post spawn, because it's still frozen. All right, so let's just kind of walk through. What I wanted to walk through was I was asked a couple, or I did ask a couple questions, and people reached out and kind of asked me. Originally, what they wanted to know was bank fishing. So fishing from the bank, not fishing from a boat. So with that, I want to point you to I bank fish. I originally started off as a bank angler. What I like to do is I like to find a nice shallow area. If it's shallow at the bank and then maybe deeper towards the center of the river, lake, wherever you're fishing, I like to run, like, say, one of these deep diving crankbaits. And what I like to do is I'll run this bait through the deeper area. So when it hits the shallow area, what I do when I feel it start hitting the bottom, I'm going to let it float up. I'm going to quit reeling, just kind of let it die. And a lot of times, what will happen is you'll find those big post spawn, pre spawn bass sitting on those ledges, and crankbaits like this will save you. You will have a stellar day fishing from the bank. As far as that, other than that, another bait, a go to for me fishing on the bank is gonna be a spinnerbait. Um, what I like to do with spinnerbaits, I'll trim up the skirt, make it as short as possible, and I'll add like a small, either a grub tail, something like that, some little bit of action, and just to kind of work that ledge. And then once again, same thing with spinnerbait. So what I'm doing with the spinnerbait is I'm letting it fall. Say I'm casting into 10, 12 feet of water. I'm casting in. I'm gonna let it sink. I try to let my spinnerbait sink. I'll count to probably 1,004, 1,005. And as I'm fishing from the bank, I want to work that ledge because that's where you'll find a lot of your spawning or pre-spawn, post-spawn bass. Is they're sitting in the feeding area, close enough to the bed that they can guard it, but then far enough away that predators such as birds or whatever can't get them. So with that, spinner baits, crankbaits, you're going to get in that strike zone. Another good bait to use is, and I like it because you're enticing fish because they're protecting the bed, is a buzz bait. Now buzz baits, they vary. Derek over at Bounty Hunter Turbo makes a stellar bait. It's got the clacker, little Bounty Hunter Turbo buzz. So as that blade's spinning, you hear the little clanking that's happening. You get the little turbo blade spinning in the middle. Like I said, once again, when I rig mine, I'll rig up a soft plastic. And right now, Next Gen's been one of my favorite soft plastics to rig. You just can't go wrong. And then, like I said, I like to, I want to go as far as top water. Oh, look at there. Hey, what's up, Sonny? Oh, so as far as top water goes, I'm looking right now here in Florida. We're just about to hit post spawn. So with post spawn, the fish are gonna be very, very aggressive. Marty, what is up, my friend? Marty, I was just showing everyone. You kind of missed out, but I was showing everybody. Look at this. You see this? This bait, Marty, has been phenomenal. Look at this. The paint is missing, man. The paint. So I guess that's one thing I can say. I can gripe about your lures, Marty, is they catch so many fish. Shit, I'm losing paint. But other than that, man, you're spot on. So what I was going back to was here in Florida and in southern parts of Georgia. Justin, my cousin, just actually tuned in. It's sad. I have to invite family just to get an audience. However, I yeah, Marty, it's cool. It's cool. All right, Mons, I got you, brother. I got you. So back to this. Livingston Lures makes this a zook or spook. As far as the post spawn, now bass at this time are right now they're at post spawn in Florida. We're looking at very aggressive fish. So Livingston makes a smaller spook. Yeah, yeah, you are. Way to go, monster. So but Livingston makes a spook, and I'm telling you, this thing is phenomenal as far as a post spawn bite. I remember we were talking about questions, and even kind of wanted to touch base on it. I wrote it down. Is Sonny? We had you had mentioned some questions on Twitter, and a person had commented and said, "Well, I don't fish enough to worry about post spawn, pre spawn." But a funny thing about post spawn and free spawn, that can actually make or break a fishing day. Really, I mean, when fish are in pre spawn, they're feeding, they're looking to eat. They're going to store up for they're going to store up for for that spawn that they're gonna spend 35, 40 days. um Good one. So thanks, Marty. But so what they're going to do is they're looking to they're feeding. So when these bass are feeding like this, they're going to be aggressive. They're going to store up because they know they're not going to eat 30, 45 days in. So they're eating everything. And post spawn, telling you can't go wrong. If you do not have a Marty's bait, now you can't have one of these because this is my personal stash. But if you don't have a Marty's bait, I mean, okay, yeah, we have. We have. I get it. Thanks. But if you don't have this Marty's bait or don't have a Marty's bait in your tackle, dude, you're missing fish. Literally. I used to, even with Marty's baits, I lost a lot of fish, but it was only because I didn't take them out of my tackle box. Marty's lures just sit off in the tackle box, and yeah, of course, I lost some damn fish. So, all right, so post spawn. Now we're going into a tournament where I'll be in a tournament. It's just a little local tournament here. Well, it's Blue Cypress in Vero Beach, Sunday. So with that, I'm gonna be fishing one of these Livingston Lure spooks. Now these guys, what I like to do is you want to walk the dog. So you're going to leave a little bit of slack in your line, and I'll tell you, I'll give you a better demonstration at the tournament. But you're going to leave a little bit of slack in your line, and this lure is just going to cut through the water, left, right, left, right, left, right. And as it does that, you're going to make a pause, and that's usually when I get most of my action on spooks, is during that pause, because you've got the fish's attention. You're just popping through the top of the water. This lure doesn't dive whatsoever. It sits very on top. And as you're walking through that top of the water and you make that pause, that's when that bass gets interested, or that fish, that aggressive fish, he's wanting to feed. So basically what he's seeing is a wounded minnow. And he sees this little wounded minnow just up there popping, popping, popping. When he stops, that's when the big one likes to bite. Phenomenal lures. But also, this time of year, what I like to use are spinner baits. If you have not, now this, once again, another one of my sponsors, so I guess I am kind of biased. This is it's called a BHO Stubby spinner bait from Mega Chomp Lure Company. Now, I fish it with a Legendary Baits Softail Grub Trailer. It's a 3.5-inch bait. It's ribbed, got a nice little curl tail, gives a lot of action. You will get some bites on, from perch and stuff like that, but this bait with this Legendary on the back, oh my goodness! Sometimes I've literally fished and I've caught 30, 40 bass in one day. Sometimes they don't have a lot of size, but in a tournament, I want numbers. Until I get my limit, I want as many as I can get. Definitely a sweet muddy water bait. And then you can, if you want to, you throw next gen. Throw next gen on the end of that spinner bait, and bam, that's a good one. At least I've kept 9 people. You guys have proven that you have no life like I don't. So as far as that, Sonny had talked to me, or he had asked a question, how I stay focused throughout a tournament. It varies. We you figure you fish 8.5 hours, and you're like, damn. Really, you're making cast after cast after cast. And how do we stay focused? Well, shit, I stay focused by oh, hold on. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I was reading comments too. I'm reading text messages. I apologize. But so the way we stay focused is, I mean, shit, you just you know what you got to do. You've got to. I got to catch that next fish. I got to get this bigger fish. As far as staying focused, what I like to do is once I hit that 5 limit, and most tournaments, well, I'd say most all, as far as the boater or I guess the pro, you're looking for 5 fish, looking for the best 5. So I like to catch my limit first. So once I hit that 5, I cold that fire, I bagged that 5 in my live well. Now I'm looking for size, and that's when I'm going to step it up. And I tell you, a good bait if you're tournament fishing or just looking to cover a lot of water quickly is a buzzbait. I don't care what time of the year. It can be winter. It can be, well, some of you guys have frozen water, so this wouldn't work. But as far as Florida and Georgia, South Georgia are concerned, this bait right here, you can cover a lot of water quickly, and that helps me locate fish. So maybe I don't even catch a fish. Maybe I'm fishing some sunken timber, or I'm fishing some roots, or some structure I found on my low rants. But I'm throwing this buzz bait because next thing you know, I got a strike, and I'm like, oh, there's fish here. So then I'm gonna reevaluate the situation. Then I'm either gonna slow it down and go to a crankbait, or I'll definitely go to a spinnerbait. But I will definitely use a buzz bait to cover a lot of water. These baits are very versatile because you're looking for that aggressive fish. You're not looking for that fish that is sitting dormant. So with a buzz bait, you're making the extra long cast. You're coming over cover. You're actually forcing these fish to come to your bait, and that's what a buzz bait does. But after you locate that first strike or that first hit, then you're going to slow it down. Or I say that, I mean maybe your first hit, boom, you hook up, you got a fish in the boat. But what say you're throwing the buzz bait and you're covering this water, and you miss that fish. You miss the fish as in he swipes at the lure, you feel no pull. So basically that fish, he didn't feel it. He swatted at the bait. You know he's there. He's looking for a little something more personal or a little bit slower presentation. So you can either come back with one of these crankbaits, and that's one of my favorite things to do. Actually, I miss a fish on the buzzbait. I'll say I'll try to cast 2 or 3 feet past where I just missed that fish, and I'll get this deep diving crankbait, and I'm gonna put it around that strike zone to what I feel that strike zone, and then I'm gonna run it in, and I'm just gonna let it just float back up in the area where I missed that fish. And a lot of times what you'll do is you'll get that fish that he knew he was already aggressive. He's looking for the bite. That fish, he's coming. He's gonna eat this little bait fish. And once again, Marty, you are the man. This bait is one of the best baits. I see people leaving. I guess it's because I'm not peeing in a cup and drinking out of it. I get it. That was very entertaining. Oh, Smithwick. Smithwick made a devil horse back in the day when I was younger, and I used to love throwing that. And actually, just recently found out if you go to, there's a couple of tractor supply companies, they make a Smithwick. And it's plastic now, it's not wood. Everybody likes wood. Well, people in the Navy and Frank. But anyway, no. So Smithwick, they made this devil horse. It's a dual prop lure. If you're looking something similar to it, you can actually go to Rapala Once again, I'm biased. They make an X wrap that's double prop. Um, the Rapala X wrap. Oh, nice, nice, Justin. I didn't know that. What store is that? Sorry, I know you guys can't type as quick as I can ask questions. I try to answer them as quick as possible. But Justin, hey, what store is that sells the Smithwicks? Thanks, brother. Thanks, Hard Charger. Thanks, brother. Um, just trying, man. The main thing is okay, nice, nice. Appreciate that. Yeah, next time I'm around, I'll check that out. Um, thanks, Hard Charger. Telling me I'm doing a good job. Thanks. My biggest thing, man, is just spreading the word um about veteran suicide and supporting our veterans. That's one thing that's near and dear to me, and I can't say enough about it. I literally can't. I offer any veteran that listens to the broadcast or a veteran, you can definitely point them in my direction. You can say, hey, Mike doesn't care. You want to talk about, some weird bump on your penis or his dog with big nuts. It's fine. I don't care. 2 o'clock in the morning, if that's the conversation you want to have, I'm down. I am there. Um, yeah, the blue Smithwick. Nice. All right. Oh, Fishing Stripes is here. All right. Hey, Ed. Thank you, brother. Thank you. I actually I love it, man. Backstory on me, man, was I started my military career actually in the Air Force National Guard, Chair Force, chairborne, right? Um, Left the Chair Force, man, joined the Army, and man, next thing you know, oh, Jason, dude, you can call me anytime, brother. We'll talk about big nuts in the background. Or a matter of fact, you can FaceTime big nuts. I'll talk to you, and you can just look at a screenshot of big nuts the whole time. I'm down with that. But after after Marty, it's okay, brother. It's okay. So yeah. So after that, after the Air National Guard experience, and I guess that was like summer camp. I went ahead and decided to join, a decent branch. And went out, man, done my thing, deployed a few times, and now, oh, I believe it, Jason. Yeah, 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 I get that. I get that totally. I was thinking maybe Army, right? And Jason, your prior Army. I would almost guess Navy, being you like my dog's nuts, but I'm still thinking Army. Yeah, yeah, figures. All right, but yeah, man. So after that, man, I done my civilian time, man. I got out of the military in 2006, and believe this, of all things, became a cop. And what a freaking roller coaster that shit was. I oh man, I worked on a I worked on a drug interdiction task force. I worked on stopping I'd stop vehicles and somehow, somewhere, this dumb redneck would find dope and money in cars that shit you some people wouldn't even believe. Um, After that, man, I was like, kind of missed the military a little bit. I jumped back on the contractor gig, and I decided to be a bomb dog handler in Iraq again as a contractor. So I left my family, and next thing you know, I I, I work I work for the government, and oh man, that's been a roller coaster. It's been nice. I'm looking to branch out, and that's what I have done as far as fishing. And I use that as my outlet. And once I realized I could use fishing as my total outlet, it was nice, very nice. I can't complain, man. I like getting out on the water. Some days there's sometimes I'll spend 45 minutes on the water and not even cast a pole. It's looking at that sunset, or it's just listening to the waves, even watching nature. You watch. One, I think one of the cutest wild animals is a raccoon, right? Um, can't go wrong with those little bank robbers, right? Um, they're a very cute animal. They just the way their mannerisms, the way they interact, is very nice. Um, but yeah, there's some days, man. I just want to chill. And Jason, man, like I said, if you or any person you know that's a veteran want to reach out, man, you guys need trash pandas. Yes, nice. I was wondering if anybody would say that. Oh man. Funny story, and I promised a funny story. Is actually Jen had actually asked this, and so she's like, "What's the worst thing that's ever happened to you on the water?" So I'm gonna leave names out of this, but my my very first professional tournament fishing as a co-angler. Okay, so this is a doozy, guys. I'm gonna leave names out because I'm not sure. Oh man, so airborne all the way. You know, if you're not airborne, what are you? Right? Airborne all day. Double A's, Alcoholics Anonymous. But all right, so this is back to my funny story, and guys, this was embarrassing to me at the time. I still laugh about it to this day. So, so anyway, my very first co-angler professional tournament, fishing on the Bassmaster Open. I'm excited, freaking stoked, man. I'm meeting pros. You know, I see as far as talking, I didn't talk, but I see people like Greg Hackney and Octafo and all these freaking just big names in bass fishing. There, we're at the dock, and so I'm teamed up with the guy I'm teamed up with, and we take off. We take this 40-minute ride, maybe an hour ride up a river, and we're fishing. Next thing you know, man, nature calls, man. I gotta go, and it's not the number one. I am literally, I gotta go, man. I got a number two. It's gotta go. No way, it's not gonna happen. So that's crazy. All right. Well, we'll work on that. We'll talk to YouTube about that one. How about that? So anyway, I'm sitting there and I'm, talk, I'm talking to the pro I'm with, and I'm like, look, either I'm gonna take a deuce off the side of this boat, or I've got to go somewhere. And you can actually, Marty, as long as you stay in sight of your partner. So the guy I was fishing with, he knew a guy that lived on the lake in the river system we were at, and so he calls this guy as we're running back to his house, and it's like, "Look, my co's got to go. Freaking gonna I just I need a favor, bro." So I actually understood what the women go through when they do the walk of shame. They talk about it in college. So I never met this guy before. He meets me at the back door of his house. I walk in and I do some ungodly things in his guest bathroom. I felt horrible. Like I wanted to burn his house for him. I wanted him to get out, of course, but I wanted to burn his house for him when I left. But I'm leaving, man, and the guy's back there. And what do you say? What do you say to a guy that you just took out of his bathroom? I mean, literally, he doesn't know you from, you know, Johnny he met at the gas station. And next thing you know, he's lighting matches and shit. And, like, damn, this guy just really just messed up my bathroom. But, yeah, bro. So I was embarrassed, man. I'm not going to lie. Had a good tournament though, and I think I finished around top 20 somewhere. And I'll never forget. We got back to the ramp that day at weigh-in, and the pro I was with, he had already, of course. I mean, shit. If I was with that guy, I wouldn't have held it back either. So he had already told a couple people. So literally, they're like, "Oh, that's the rookie shitter," you know. And so after that, Marty, I should have signed his towel, but I really was so freaking ashamed of myself. I just walked out. Like literally, I literally wanted to clean his bathroom so there was no DNA left. So like a couple years later, he couldn't come back and be like, "That's the guy." And I'm sure if one of these days he ever watches a video of me, he's immediately gonna be like, "That son of a bitch ruined my guest bathroom." And I feel horrible because I'm sorry, dude. You know, tacos. I don't know. I mean, tacos and booze. Like literally, I'm bottom of my heart. But anyway, so I still get messages from the pro that I was with that day, and he gives me a hard time. Like literally, he's like, "Hey, you know, now you're fishing on the pro side, and are you pooping in people's bathrooms that you don't know?" And I'll message them back sometimes, but like, yeah, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Who knows? But yeah, man, Jen, I promised you a story. That was the story. Um, thanks, thanks everyone who listened to that. I apologize if you're like son of a bitch. Um, true, Jen. I shouldn't eat 24 hours, or maybe just not have tacos and booze. Who knows? Well, guys, I think I'm gonna cut this one out at just under 40 minutes for the first time that MJ broadcast. I appreciate all of you, all the support, all you guys showing up. I apologize I didn't pee in a cup tonight, but there's always next time. Thank you, everyone. And you can watch it. You can watch it. Thank you, everyone that showed up.